This is the Begin Within podcast, where we believe real, lasting health and fitness requires you to start inside before you work out. I'm your host, Nate Slegger, and I'm here to show you behind the scenes of fitness. You already know exercise is good for you, but what about all the other things in life that affect your fitness? If you're looking for extra motivation to get started or to make sure you keep going, this is the place for you.
Produced by BeginWithin.fit.
Improving health is about so much more than just losing weight. But I realize weight loss might be the goal that brought you here to the Begin Within podcast. That's why I wrote my latest book, 5 Ways to Stop Wrecking Weight Loss, to reveal the 5 areas that I see are most overlooked by the people that I work with who want to lose weight. Each one of the chapters in this free ebook describes that specific area that you need to focus on to improve your health and get great permanent results. And it also links back here to episodes of the podcast where we've had experts on the show talking about that specific area. So you can benefit from those previous episodes while you're learning about how to maximize the results that you're after. You can get your free copy of my ebook, 5 Ways to Stop Wrecking Weight Loss, by going to beginwithin.fit/ebook or going to the link in the show notes. Now is a great time to do a little multitasking while you're listening to the start of this episode. Head over to grab your free copy of my book, 5 Ways to Stop Wrecking Weight Loss. If you missed the URL, here it is again, beginwithin.fit/ebook, or there is a link in the show notes for you. Grab your copy, and now let's get on with today's episode. It feels like summer has officially begun, especially where I'm at in Wisconsin, where we can sometimes have weather that you might call wintry weather for almost 6 months. Finally, it feels like things are warming up. Of course, we got past Memorial Day, and it feels like as soon as that happens, summer's here. Now, that results in some real challenges when it comes to health and fitness. In fact, when I think back to the years that I spent in the gym, in person, personal training, working with clients, oftentimes summer was so challenging, so hit and miss for the people that I was working with, that it felt like we almost put things on hold for them during the summer, and come September, started over. And sometimes that was very frustrating. You know what I mean? And not just for me, but for them, to be starting over and kind of repeating the cycle year after year. Now, summer has some aspects to it that make it very challenging. And the problem with it is this: it's not normal, right? Summer is not normal when we compare it to the rest of our life, the rest of our routine and schedule. And so as a result, we can easily deviate from the things that we've put into our life that are, a healthy part of our normal life. There are things going on like kids home from school. And even if you don't have kids, that kind of affects just the whole culture, the whole neighborhood. It affects the situation that you might have at work. It affects us, right? The fact that school is out for summer, it does affect us all in terms of our schedule. We have, as a result, maybe of that, right? Vacations planned. It's vacation season. People taking breaks. People going where I live. People going even farther north to their cabins and things like that to enjoy more time outside and it's a break from work. It's a break from the regular routine. If people have a gym membership, that's where they usually go, right? They're not there. They're not going to the gym because they're away from home. And then also we have like food situations, right? Maybe backyard barbecues, graduation parties, weddings, all these kinds of things where there are foods that are being offered to us or foods that are in front of us, foods that in some cases politely we partake of, and in some cases we partake of because we really, really want to eat them, right? They are present in sometimes mass quantities, and right, the weekends can just be full of different situations nutritionally that could be challenging. They're not normal. They're not our normal routine. So here's what I want to talk about today is how we can use summer to actually move forward. And you probably noticed in the title of this episode the phrase uh, staying on track, right? Or being on track. And I want to just say that I'm not a big fan of it, but it does resonate with a lot of people, right? We talk about that phrase of, oh, I need to get back on track. I'm off track. I'm not a big fan of that phrase because I would prefer that we say something like this. I need to get back to normal, right? It's it's just the way that we frame it, right? Is the healthy choices, or are the healthy choices, are those the abnormal, and like that's a thing that I have to get back to the abnormal thing, or are those the normal, right? And so that phrase, I'm not super crazy about it, but I understand like that's what I hear a lot from clients. That's what I hear from people is I don't want to fall off track. I need to get back on track. And so I use it in the title, but I want you to know it's more about making sure that during the summer, we continue to do the things that are helping us to be healthier. And that we don't just use this time as a time to sort of just abandon the normal, healthy thing. So there's actually some aspects of summer that can be very, very helpful when it comes to not only um, continuing to do the normal, healthy things, but also there are aspects of summer that allow us to really move forward in a healthier direction as a result of how it breaks our regular routine that we might be in the rest of the year. So I want to talk about those, and I want to help you, encourage you to make sure that there are some um, different elements that are part of your summer this summer, so that this one isn't a situation where you take a break from moving toward a healthier place. You take a break from working on your health, and you have to come back to it in September or later in the year and feel like you're starting over. I want you to feel like you are continuing to move forward, continuing to make progress all summer long. That's what this is all about today. So I want you to take a moment, and we're going to celebrate summer because it's a beautiful, wonderful time of year. And we're going to talk about how we can make sure that we continue to move forward toward healthier all summer long. And I want to make sure that you have these elements as part of your summer. Now, before I dig into these, we do have a really awesome program that actually is available right now. If you're listening to this at the time of its original release, um, we have an awesome program. It's called Strong Summer. It's a 30-day, we call it a challenge, but it's really 30 days of healthy movement as well as nutrition to help get summer off to a great start. To help you make sure that your summer, this summer, is one where you continue to move in the direction that you want to move with your health goals, with your fitness goals. So check it out. There's a link in the show notes, or you can go to beginwithin.fit/strong summer to make sure that you get your summer off to a very strong start and you're able to continue to make progress all summer long. And in the fall, when lots of people are going to be kind of, for them, getting back on track or starting over in a lot of cases, you can continue to move even farther forward. That's what I want for you, and I know that's what you want for yourself. So check out the link, join us. It's $39. That's it. To be part of this awesome program, and I'll tell you a little bit about it later on. But here are the elements that I want you to have to be part of your summer. Okay? Make sure that these are part of your summer, and you're going to see how summer itself will allow you to even move farther forward in these areas rather than just give up in these areas. So, number one is one that we don't talk a lot about here on the Begin Within Health Show because so many of you found the show because you already know this is a big part of healthy living, and that is movement. Whatever you want to call it, working out, exercising, whatever it is, training for you, I just call it movement, just healthy movement. So here's the thing about it. Here's why we fall behind, or like I said, some people feel like, oh, we get off track during the summers because there's so many distractions, right? There's so many things pulling at our schedule, pulling in our calendars. And if you're in the habit of going to the gym, sometimes we find out that that habit is a little bit too tough to keep in place, and that's okay. But that does not mean that we stop intentionally keeping healthy movement a part of our life. And of course, summer gives us lots of opportunities to be exposed to healthy movement in many different ways. So it's a great time of year in the early part of the day or in the evening to take a walk, right? Just get some extra healthy movement in. The daylight hours, at least where I'm at, are longer, considerably longer. And so instead of, during the winter, Amanda and I, we still go for a walk. We take Jack, our dog, for a walk. Um, we do that in the winter in the pitch dark, like pitch black dark. We have flashlights. I'm not even kidding. Headlamps that we wear. But in the summertime, we could stay out and make sure that we get that walk in the daylight hours. It's beautiful. So that's one way that summer just lends itself to us being able to be more active. And of course, there's playing, right? You mentioned the kids home from school or on the weekends, different activities you might be involved in. Don't be shy. If you got an opportunity to move and playing, get out there and do it. Do it. Have some fun. Don't worry about looking silly. Just have a good time. Enjoy getting some movement in. And then, of course, simple workouts are what we recommend. Simple. Like I mentioned, it's no secret that during the summer months, attendance at the gym goes down. And usually it's not because people are getting in all kinds of other movement. Well, I'm getting my workouts in, so I don't need to go to the gym. I've found over the years that's baloney. It's not really true, because if it was, I would get back to work with those same people in the fall, and we wouldn't be starting over in terms of their strength and their mobility and things like that, right? They would continue to have made progress all summer long if they were getting in lots of healthy movement. So I know it's not because we're getting extra workouts in. I know it's because the schedule is packed, the schedule is different. And so what tends to happen is the workouts fall by the wayside. The healthy movement falls by the wayside. So what I'm going to encourage you to do is continue. If you're in the habit of regular workouts, continue to do it. Make sure that it gets done. But if you notice that it's not, the answer always is to make it easier. And so what we encourage and what we love at Begin Within are simple workouts that you can do at home. Workouts that use very little equipment or no equipment at all. Workouts you can do at home. Now, if you're thinking, yeah, that sounds great, I don't have a lot of space, that's okay. We don't even need a lot of space to do it. Keep it simple and make sure that it's something that you have everything you need to just get in a quick, easy workout at home, and just to be able to keep it consistent. If that sounds like something you want to do, again, we got the program for you. The Strong Summer program includes this 3 workouts per week. When you sign up for it, you get access to our Begin Within Fitness app. And then throughout the 30 days, you get 3 workouts per week delivered to your app. And we have designed these workouts to make sure that they use little to no extra equipment. You don't need dumbbells. You don't need equipment at home. You don't need a treadmill, that kind of stuff. This is just your body weight. And then in some cases, some really inexpensive resistance bands. If you don't have them, we send you a link early on in the program so that you can get a pack of them for like 20 bucks. I'm serious. And you have everything you need to continue with your healthy lifestyle. The things that you're doing to move toward healthy, you have everything you need. And we keep it simple, we keep it easy so that you can keep going. Summer, use it to continue to get healthy movement in and continue to move toward your health goals. Here's another thing: nutrition. Nutrition. It can be a challenge. We mentioned some of those reasons earlier, right? Here's what we recommend during summer. Don't just say, I'm out of my routine. I'm exposed to all these, eating situations that I'm not used to, and I'm just going to whatever. I'm just going to whatever through it. I'm going to eat what I want, and I will get back on track later. Don't say that. But here's what I would recommend that will help you. Don't restrict foods, right? Don't say, oh, that's bad, so I can't have it. What'll end up happening is you'll say whatever, and you're still going to have it. So don't restrict foods, but instead focus on adding in healthy foods. And summer is great for that because we have access to produce. Maybe where you live, you have got access to healthy grown produce right in your area all year long. You probably don't. But during the summer, you probably do. Lots of healthy stuff. So seek it out, go get it, go to the farmer's market, make it a part of your routine to go get that healthy stuff. Try some new things, eat some produce that's been grown close to home, add in healthy, right? Add it in. And then keep it easy. Make nutrition easy. And this is what we recommend all year round. So during the summer, it doesn't have to change. Keep it easy. All right? And here's what we do. We focus on food quality as well as food quantity. Food quality we talked about. Focus on adding in healthy first. That's a big one. And usually we're talking about proteins, fruits, and veggies. Focus on adding more of those things in, just like you would all year round. Summer is a great time to do it. But then don't restrict foods that you think maybe are bad or dirty, right? Forget about words like that. Here's what we recommend. You worked on food quality, right? Adding in more healthy things. But then work on food quantity this way. Don't count calories. Please, don't count calories. Don't try to count calories during the summer. You will give up. Like so many people that I've worked with. It's too difficult. It's too complicated. And if it's not too complicated, it's usually very inaccurate. Okay? Or we're selecting a lot of packaged foods that have calorie numbers written right on them, which then we're not eating high quality foods. So here's how you can control food quantity. Very easily, all summer long, no matter where you are, at a graduation party, at a barbecue, backyard barbecue, whatever it is, slow down. Eat slowly. Work on the daily habit of eating slowly. Be the slowest eater when you're with a group of people. And one way that helps to do that is just enjoy the people. Enjoy the reason for getting together rather than focusing on the food. Just slow down, chew slowly, take small bites, take small portions to begin with. Slow down. And then this. Notice how you're feeling as you eat. Just check in on how your feelings of fullness are. We want to stop eating before we feel full. Those are the focuses. We base our programs on those two pillars when it comes to nutrition. Eat slowly, stop before you're full. We also teach a method of estimating how much to put on your plate. How much food to take based not on counting calories or on any magic foods, but rather on just by looking at it. We teach our clients how to eyeball portion sizes so that they can make sure that they're eating appropriately to their goals. And that skill they can take anywhere. They can take to the graduation party, to the wedding, to the backyard barbecue, to the restaurant, anytime. We're learning those skills. So working on those types of skills is going to serve you. And the fact that there's some maybe more challenging situations during the summer, we're out of our regular routine, out of our food prep or whatever because the weekend was busy, that's okay. Because when we're practicing these habits, they can serve us all year long. And summer can be a great time to kind of stretch those habits a little, experiment a little, see how it goes, see what you learn about yourself as you eat slowly, as you notice your feelings of fullness and hunger, and as you look at food quality, eating healthier foods, selecting healthier foods as much as you can. So, if you want a little more info on that, you could check out episode 88. That's one that we did last November on kind of how to navigate food based gatherings with family and friends. So check that episode out. Go back to episode 88 and learn some of the skills. Some of them I mentioned here, and there's some other things that we discussed in that episode. So check that out. But if you are interested in figuring out how it is that we teach, like I said, converting someone's nutritional needs into portions that they can just eyeball and learning that skill, you want us to do that for you, then get into the Strong Summer program because we will do that. We will set you up with that program nutritionally. Check it out. Link is in the show notes so that you'll have what you need nutritionally to be able to make this the healthiest summer ever and not feel like you're starting over again in the fall. And lastly, here's what I would recommend that you have as part of your summer. The same thing I would recommend that you have all year long. Don't abandon it during the summer. And it's this: support. Some form of accountability and support during the summer. Find how to put that in, whether it's a friend or a family member that you can be accountable to. Hey, here's what I'm working on. Please help me at the barbecue. Just notice what I'm eating, or use a code word, or just smile at me so that I'll know that you're watching. Whatever it is, find some way of accountability and support. Someone that you can check in with, ideally, along the way. Just see how you've been doing. It helps us so much. We're social creatures. We always do better when other people know what we're working on and we have somebody who's interested in our progress. Now, like I said, build that in. Family, friend, someone else who has similar goals to you that you know is going to work on them this summer. Help to hold each other accountable. Those are some great ideas. If you don't have access to something like that, join us in the Strong Summer program. We have weekly group coaching sessions for our clients. We send out a calendar link and they grab whatever spots they want in those weekly group coaching sessions, and then they show up and get support, celebrate successes, and get coaching in the areas where they might be struggling a little bit. It's there. There's a link for you in the show notes, or you can go to beginwithin.fit/strong summer and make sure that you get the summer off to a great start in this next 30 days, starting next Monday, if you're listening to this at the time of its original release, so that you have everything you need to make sure that this summer you continue to move forward toward your health and fitness goals. And in the fall, you're not just starting over like so many people are going to be doing. Yes, summer, it can be challenging. I know it can. I have a summer too that I'm living. I get it. But it doesn't mean that we can't keep moving toward healthy. It doesn't mean that we can't keep working on our health and fitness goals. In fact, we can use certain aspects of summer to our advantage to keep us moving forward toward our health goals, just like we talked about. And if you want a done-for-you program with simple workouts that you could do at home, easy nutrition, and access to daily and weekly support, then check out the Strong Summer program that we have available in the show notes or at the link beginwithin.fit/strong summer. Grab your spot, please. We're kicking it off on Monday, June 5th. I want you there. Please, let's make sure this is a strong summer when it comes to our health and fitness goals. Thanks so much for joining me here on the Begin Within Health Show. I love being able to connect with you, being able to interact with you. I thank you so much for your rating and review of the show in your podcast player. And incidentally, if you haven't yet, please do so. That helps the show get to more people who could use some support with health and fitness, just like we all can. We can all use support. It benefits all of us. So please rate and review the show or share it with somebody that you care about. I will talk with you again soon, and please continue to take good care of yourself all summer long.